Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have something really cool to show you today. As you can see in front of you, there are several fire starting tools. And as a prepper, and really just as an average person, I feel that whenever you're going to do something, you should use the easiest method first. However, have backups to your backups. In case technology fails you, you can always revert to something that's always worked throughout the test of time. Ladies and gentlemen, besides using other methods that I've seen on videos before, I've decided to make this my most archaic method of making fire. For example, you can take a stick and rub it on a piece of wood to create a small piece of ember that you can use to create fire. I've seen people use magnifying glasses to create fire. I've seen people use a 9-volt battery with some tin foil to create fire. However, do you really want to trust those methods during an emergency? I think that using a ferrocerium rod with a striker and a piece of fat wood, even if it's not fat wood, it can be lint or it can be anything else that catches on fire easily, is a great method to start your fires. However, ask yourselves, if you find yourself really cold where your hands don't have that much mobility, how easy would it be to start a fire with this? Now, it's always good to have something like this set aside in case all of your other methods fail. However, this would not be my first way of trying to start a fire during an emergency. We can always revert to using our handy matches, right? Matches are awesome to have, especially ones that are weatherproof. Heck, I've even seen matches that will stay lit underwater. So it's great to have that as well. However, I always revert back to the argument that if you lose dexterity in your hands or the mobility of your hands, and it's difficult for you to actually grab a match and strike it because you're so cold, that these would not be very useful to you in a situation like that. Now, I always carry a Bic lighter in my pocket, in my coat pocket. During the winter and in the summer, I just have one in the vehicle that I'm driving. I think Bic lighters are very reliable, and really any lighter really. However, I've always had good luck with Bic lighters. But when I try to turn this on with really cold hands, it's pretty difficult. And once you turn it on, if you have it on for too long, it'll get pretty hot. And if it's pretty cold outside, and it's happened to me before, having this on for an extended amount of time, you don't really realize that your finger is starting to burn a little bit. So although I really like having a Bic lighter with me everywhere I go, it's not what I recommend or would use as a primary fire starting tool. I've shown you one of these before, I believe in one of my old payday preps, and I think these are great. What do I use this mostly for? To start my grill. However, I think it's a great fire starting tool for a couple of reasons. You can refill them, number one. You can lock them, or they are already automatically locked. That means that if you put them in a get home bag or a bug out bag, they're not going to turn on automatically because you have to push this button. So I like that a lot. But also because it does give your hands a lot more room to work, and it keeps your fingers far away from the flame. So this is one of my favorite ways to start fires. Like, all you have to do is push this button, and there you go. It works all the time, as long as it's full. It works really well. It's really nice too that you have a little glass here that shows you how much fuel there is left. And one thing that I do like about butane lighters and fire starters that are made with butane as the main fuel is that butane will last forever. It'll last forever, and if you have a quality lighter that has butane in it, then the seal in it will not allow the butane to escape over time. So this right here, for a budget-friendly fire starter, this right here is a great option. I've shown you these in the past before. I have several of these. And why do I get these? For the same reasons that I got these. However, I believe these are even more friendly than using these. Why? Because all you have to do is push the button and it starts. And there's even a safety on this one, where when you put it on safe, it will not allow you to push. So in my opinion, this would be something that you can put in your bug out bag or get home bag and not have to worry about it going off by mistake, right? And these things work all the time. See that? And they're very easy to fill as well. Now, having said that, I just found these on Amazon and I thought I'd give them a try. These are a Torchlighter, just like this one. However, they're a lot stronger and they have 3 torches. Very high quality, I think. It has a button in the back that allows you to increase the flame and decrease it. And it also has a lock that you can lock, which will keep you from turning it on. And it fits in your hand really good. And what I like about this a lot, and I'm going to show you in a minute, is that it has a great flame that I would say is wind resistant because the flame is so strong. It takes butane, and it has a little port down there where you can put butane in it. So let me show you what these look like when they turn on. Specifically the Newport 0 Torchlighter. And like I said, it has 3 flames that come out of it. It's very important that when you get these, if you decide to get one, that you read the instructions. For example, there's some safety instructions in there that tell you that you never want to store this on the dashboard of your vehicle because they should not get above 122 degrees Fahrenheit and or 50 degrees Celsius. They don't like the heat, external heat coming outside. They produce great heat, but they don't like that 122 degree heat. So make sure that if you get one of these, that you read the instructions. The instructions are very easy to read, very simple to understand, and it even tells you how you know when it's full when you fill it up from the bottom. If I had to say that there's one thing that I don't like about this torch, is that it doesn't have an indicator anywhere on it that tells you how full or empty the fuel tank is. Now, when you see the flame off of this, I think you're going to be amazed at how awesome it is and why it is that I'm going to carry one of these in each of my vehicles, because it's a no-fail flame. You just have to make sure that it's full. In addition to that, for where I live, obviously here in Alaska, it gets very cold in the winters. And one good thing about this is that the cold does not affect it. Cold does not affect butane. It does not affect this lighter. There's nothing warning about cold, only warning about heat. So having this in a vehicle that takes butane that lasts pretty much forever is a great thing to have during the winters here. Check this out. And that's on medium. You can see here, my button is on medium. Straight up and down is on medium. The best thing that I like about it, it's so easy. You just hold it and you push the button and it turns on. Now think about if you're stuck somewhere in the cold and you can't get your hands to really work very well with small things. Imagine how difficult it would be to grab a match or to strike a lighter, or maybe even to do the double duty of pushing down and then pressing. When your hands get really cold, ladies and gentlemen, it really takes its toll on your dexterity, on how well you can use them. This, all you have to do is grab it, push the button. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show you this product. I think it's a great product. They have many of these on Amazon. However, I only placed this brand on my storefront because I think it is the best brand out of all of them. The price on these, not very cheap. They're about $38 or so. However, I think that $38 is not a bad price for what you're getting. One thing that you do need to know is that when these arrive, they do not have any butane with them. So I went ahead and I purchased one of these butane canisters, They're about 10 bucks or so. They may be less expensive in the lower 48, but these are about $10 or so. But one of these will service one of these lighters, depending really on how much you use it, for a pretty long time. And when you buy these, just make sure that it has a universal tip. This tip will pretty much fit on any other lighters. For example, it'll also fit on the lighter that I use for my grill as well. So we use that to fill these as well. I think that filling these with the bigger butane bottles is easier because there's more pressure back there, and it will fill up the tank in here a lot faster than if you got one of the small butane canisters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to show you this gadget that I got because I think it's awesome. I think it works great. Look at that. I mean, that is a serious flame, okay? This is actually, it's literally a mini flamethrower. That's what this is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day today. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm out.